We're making braciole.
You don't know what that is?
Well, guess what? I'm gonna teach you how to make it. Braciole, of course, Italian food. What is it? It's a stuffed flank steak. It is beautiful. It is super yummy, and it's a little bit time consuming, but it's totally worth it, I promise you. Super simple. Here's our ingredients. Fresh parsley, fresh basil, garlic, some Italian style breadcrumbs, some shredded mozzarella, fresh grated Parmesan cheese. I'm using a flank steak. You can kind of use whatever cut of meat you want as long as you can get it into really thin chunks. Some olive oil, there we go. And some prosciutto. You don't need to use prosciutto. You can use any other type of cured meat like salami or gabagool, if you will. I prefer to use prosciutto. Also, if you want a little extra kick, I'm gonna add some of this Marconi Muffaletta mix. You can get it off Amazon. I get it at World Market, but this will give it a little extra bite and it's super yummy. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna take about 6 giant leaves of fresh basil. We're gonna stack these on top of each other, roll them into sort of a cigar shape, and that makes it easier to slice this. You wind up with these beautiful little strips of fresh basil. Next, we're gonna take our fresh parsley. We already cut off the stems, so this is just the tops of it, and we're gonna chop these up real quick. No need to get super fine with them, but yeah. First, we're gonna add half of our fresh parsley into our breadcrumbs, and then we're gonna add our basil. And next, we're gonna add about 3 cloves of garlic using our garlic press. If you don't want to use fresh garlic, you can get the minced stuff that comes in the little jars, but of course, fresh garlic is gonna taste better. You're gonna add some olive oil. We're trying to form sort of a dough consistency, not like a super thick dough, but enough to where it sort of holds its shape together. And if you need to add more olive oil, go ahead and do so. Next, we're gonna add our Parmesan cheese to our stuffing, and we're gonna mix this up one last time, and that's the majority of our stuffing for the braciole. Next, we're gonna take our flank steak and we're gonna butterfly this bad boy, cutting with the grain of the meat, or parallel to the grain of the meat, if you will. We're just trying to get a nice thin giant slice of meat for this braciole. Next, we're going to pound this out with a meat hammer. This both tenderizes and thins out the meat. Next, we're going to line this with our prosciutto or salami or whatever sort of cured meat you decided to use. You could probably use bacon, and I've heard of people using sausage too. I've never tried that, but that could be delicious. Next, we're gonna add some of our Muffaletta mix. We're not gonna go too crazy with this here because it's kind of oily and it's really, really flavorful, so we don't want it to overpower the rest of the braciole. Then we're gonna add in our stuffing that we just made. We're going for a nice, even layer, not too thick. I do like to add a little bit more than most people would. I kind of like to get a bite of the dough because it soaks up all the fat from the meat. And we're gonna add our mozzarella. And that's it. That is the stuffing for our braciole. Next, we're gonna roll this up as tight as you possibly can. Don't worry, you're gonna make a mess. I do it every time, and that's quite all right. And stuffing's gonna fall out, and that's totally cool too. Next, we're gonna get some chunks of butcher's twine and tie this off nice and tight. I like to space my twine out every 3 inches or so. Then we're gonna trim off the excess twine. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half because this is too big to fit in my pot, but you can see the beautiful cross section of this here, all that stuffing wrapped up inside. We're gonna season these real quick with some salt and pepper before we sear these off. First of all, you're gonna go ahead and preheat your oven to 350, because as soon as we sear off our meat, we're gonna add some sauce to it, throw it in the oven, let it braise for about 2 hours. So let's go. We got a large pot here. We're gonna turn the heat up fairly high, medium high. I'm gonna let that warm up. And to that, we're gonna add some olive oil. And I also do have a sauce going over here. This is my utility sauce. I'm gonna link in the description down below and try to get one of those boxes to pop up here where you can link to the video. But I highly suggest you check out this video for a great marinara sauce. It's super easy, it's super cheap, and you can just throw it in the freezer and use it for anything that calls for a marinara sauce. We'll let that warm up. First, we need a sip of vino. We need some more. Oh yeah. Now all we're doing, we're gonna sear this off really fast. Once it starts to get some color, we're gonna flip them. We're not trying to cook them in the pot. We're just trying to sear it, that way that locks in all the juices and all the flavor. Look at that. Go ahead and turn these so they get seared all the way around. This doesn't take very long.
What's this called again, Dad?
Braciole. Made in Italy, Washington State, Italy. All right, now that these are seared off all the way around, we're gonna go ahead and add our sauce right into here. And we're gonna turn off the heat so we don't burn our faces off. Next, oh geez, hold on. All right, we're gonna get some tin foil. We're gonna cover this up. We're not gonna seal it off because we still want some of the water to evaporate. But we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven for about 2 hours. And when it's done, we'll be back. All right, everybody, it has been exactly 2 hours. It's time to Prosciutto the Braciole out of the oven. Let's do this. Ooh, that's what we're looking at. Oh man, this is gorgeous. Look at that. I wish you guys could smell this right now because this is absolutely incredible. There's this other one. So we're gonna clip the strings off of this. Let's see, where's the other one? There's that one. There's that one. All right, let's go ahead and cut this up. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you once again a work of art. This is Braciole. You can serve this with any sort of starch. I'm making pasta for the kids right now. They're gonna have it with that because of course we have some sauce with it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. You definitely should make this. It's absolutely delicious. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm coming out with a video every Saturday. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you next time.